Well, there is a woman over the weekend who took it upon herself to research my family history in hopes of digging up some kind of a gotcha moment, a gotcha angle to validate illegal immigration and open borders. And what she found was really shocking, guys. She found that my family who came here in the 1800s from Norway and Germany, that they spoke Norwegian and German.
Okay.
And really what she did is prove that my family came here.
Daytime TV is no stranger to drama, but some moments ignite conversations everywhere. One such instance unfolded during The View when a debate on immigration policies between conservative commentator Tomi Lahren and co-host Sunny Hostin erupted into a heated clash. What began as a policy discussion quickly escalated into a fiery exchange about ancestry, hypocrisy, and the true meaning of being American, leaving audiences buzzing.
That immigrants come over here and they don't know anything and they're dragging us down because we all come from immigrants, including you, Tomi Lahren.
She talks about low skills. What exactly are her skills?
Her second great-grandmother had been here for 10 years, yet spoke no English. Oh my gosh. 1930 census says Tommy's 3 times great-grandmother had been here for 41 years and still spoke German.
Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss the latest Hollywood drama, sizzling hot takes, and the fiery debates that set the internet ablaze. Now, let's set the stage. Tomi Lahren is no stranger to controversy, known for her outspoken and unwavering views on immigration. A staunch advocate for a merit-based immigration system, she fiercely defends legal immigration and reform, often positioning herself as a challenger to progressive narratives. Her bold takes have made her a polarizing figure, consistently pushing back against the status quo. On the other hand, The View co-host Sunny Hostin champions a more compassionate approach, advocating for empathy and challenging conservative perspectives on immigration at every opportunity. Given their starkly opposing views, a heated confrontation was inevitable. The spark was ignited when Hostin, channeling her inner genealogist, confronted Lahren with a surprising revelation about her own ancestry. She pointed out that Lahren's ancestors, who immigrated from Norway and Germany in the 1800s, arrived in the U.S. without speaking English. This, Hostin argued, directly contradicted Lahren's hardline stance on modern immigration, calling out what she saw as glaring hypocrisy.
A woman over the weekend who took it upon herself to research my family history in hopes of digging up some kind of a gotcha moment, a gotcha angle to validate illegal immigration and open borders. And what she found was really shocking, guys. She found that my family who came here in the 1800s from Norway and Germany, that they spoke Norwegian and German.
Okay.
And really what she did is prove that my family came here.
What could have been a measured discussion quickly spiraled into an emotional, high-stakes showdown. Lahren refused to back down, seizing the personal jab as an opportunity to reinforce her stance. My ancestors followed the legal process, she asserted, emphasizing that they built their lives without government assistance, a distinction she saw as crucial between past and present immigration. This moment was pivotal. Hostin's decision to dig into Lahren's family history took the debate beyond policy. It became personal. While some praised Hostin for exposing what they saw as hypocrisy, others felt it was a low blow that shifted focus away from the real issue: how to address today's immigration challenges in a meaningful and productive way.
To go that deep in your background, you have gotten under their skin to a level I didn't think was possible. What is it about you that bothers them so much?
Well, it's not just me, it's anybody who advocates for merit-based immigration or has an issue with open borders. And again, just like you said, they don't seem to understand that we on the right believe.
The debate quickly evolved into a deeper battle over whether modern immigration policies can even be compared to those of the 1800s. At first glance, the comparison seems reasonable. Then, as now, people came to America seeking a better life. However, Lahren was quick to highlight a crucial difference. Immigration in the 1800s was largely unregulated, with open land and minimal restrictions. Today's system, by contrast, is a complex web of laws, security concerns, and social welfare programs, making direct comparisons difficult. For Hostin, the key issue was assimilation. She argued that cultural integration has always been a slow and gradual process, pushing back against the idea that past immigrants were any different in their adaptation struggles. Lahren, however, maintained that her ancestors followed the rules and built their lives without relying on government aid, a distinction she viewed as critical in today's immigration debate. Ultimately, this exchange reflected a deeper divide in America's immigration discourse, shaped by history, identity, and political ideology.
I believe that the immigration crisis of today is apples to oranges from what it was in the 1800s when immigrants came to this country legally, were documented, worked for themselves, asked for nothing, and built a life and a family. That has nothing to do with the illegal immigration crisis of today that we must.
But don't be fooled. This debate wasn't just about policy. Hostin's personal dig turned it into something far more intense and divisive. She wasn't just challenging Lahren's views. She was questioning her integrity. Digging into someone's family history to make a political point was a bold move, but Lahren wasn't rattled. Instead, she flipped the script, joking about Hostin's unexpected genealogy skills and using the moment to rally her supporters while keeping her cool under pressure. The fallout was swift, with social media buzzing on both sides. Some praised Hostin's deep dive as a clever way to expose hypocrisy, while others saw it as a desperate attempt to discredit Lahren. Meanwhile, The View found itself at the center of the storm. While Hostin's stance resonated with many, it also raised questions about the show's tone. Fiery debates are expected, but turning someone's family tree into a battleground blurred the line between policy and personal attacks.
I lost my job at a conservative network because I said I was pro-choice. That's a big no-no. It was a big no-no. I offended the community. I went on The View and I said, just a point that a feeling that I've had for a long time. I'm very limited government. That's just me. I'm not pro-abortion. I'm just very limited government. That's my perspective on a lot of things. And I lost my job at a conservative network for that.
How did you know you lost your job? What did that look like? So you go on The View, you say this, and then what happened?
Then they told me, don't come back on Monday to do your show. You're suspended indefinitely. That's how it was.
Were you shocked? Were you like, oh, this makes sense?
No, I was shocked. And that's why the lawsuit ensued. I have a view that some conservatives still to this day take a real issue with, and they tell me I'm not a real conservative or this or that. It's on.
As the dust settled, the focus shifted back to the core issue, immigration policy. Lahren made it clear that her stance wasn't about rejecting immigrants, but about enforcing the rules. She emphasized the distinction between legal immigrants who follow the system and those who cross the border illegally, something she argued often gets lost in political debates. Whether people agreed with her or not, her ability to stay composed and articulate her points under pressure reinforced why she's such a skilled debater. Hostin, meanwhile, defended her decision to bring up Lahren's ancestry, framing it as an attempt to highlight the complexities of immigration. However, by making it so personal, she inadvertently handed Lahren a win, allowing her to turn the attack into a rallying cry for her supporters. The moment also forced the audience to grapple with an uncomfortable truth. When policy debates become personal, finding common ground becomes even harder. At the heart of this clash lies a much larger cultural and political divide. On one side, there are those who see immigration as a cornerstone of America's identity and advocate for a compassionate approach. On the other, those who push for strict enforcement and a merit-based system rooted in self-reliance. But here's the irony. Both sides likely agree on more than they realize. Both Lahren and Hostin value the contributions immigrants have made to America. Both recognize the importance of assimilation. And in their own ways, both believe they're fighting for what's best for the country. Yet in the heat of live TV drama, those commonalities get buried beneath the spectacle of debate.
And with DNA, 23andMe, because I cannot believe the detail on your background that they were able to get.
Well, I don't have to. She did all the research for me, so I'm sure my family is very appreciative.
What about Joy saying, though, what are your skills? It's beyond research. It is personal. It is mean.
Well, of course, this is classical Joy Behar, but I would like to ask Joy Behar what her skills are, because perhaps we could swap stories. I know I watch Joy, and she seems like a highly skilled lady, but for her to attack me, that's really interesting. Those in glass houses should not.
In the end, this debate was about more than just immigration policy. It was a reflection of how deeply personal politics have become. When discussions shift from ideas to personal attacks, everything feels more intense, more emotional. Whether you're Team Lahren or Team Hostin, one thing is clear. This debate is far from over. If anything, it proves that daytime TV can still spark conversations that challenge perspectives and raise bigger questions about what's really at stake. So, what do you think? Is it fair game to bring someone's personal history into political debates, or did this go too far? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Peace.